Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Pure imagination. That's why I love lasers. Hey, welcome to another Valley Forged. Imagination is what it's all about for me. That's the whole reason I got into lasers, making something that nobody's ever seen before. And I've come up with all these crazy files and different things. And you know that the Yin Yang Kitties, I made a video. Come on, look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh, so amazing. But it all started with wallets, actually. I was making these leather wallets, and I decided I was going to put wood in the middle because I wanted to make something different, right? And then I thought, oh, well, I could do it with, in wood. I made these, see, really cool, really different. But then I decided, hey, I can make these, put acrylic in the middle. And that was brilliant. These sold really quick. Ladies, it's just a card wallet they can throw in their purse. It works really, really well, and they're really, really beautiful. So, I'm thinking, and I'm like, oh, I'm taking a look at my pile here, and I'm like, I got this acrylic, and I'm using this Atom Stack Hurricane. So, what can I make that really makes sense here? Now, you can do this with a diode laser. I have shown you in the past that there are certain acrylics that work with diode lasers. This is one of them right here, which is the best seller, honestly. And that is Foxglove. But this one's like a spacey weird, I forgot what the name of it is. But it's super cool because it just looks like this, galaxy cat or something. Looks brilliant. And I didn't know how they were going to turn out. It was just something I was like, hey, I'm going to try this because many of you have watched my video on the Yin Yang Kitties because what I was trying to find is something really profitable that was like super easy to make. They fit together like a puzzle, so you just use the color board solids from Craft Closet. And I can just cut, a whole bunch of them. I literally have an entire bag full of pieces, and I just mix and match, and I put all of these together. And they sell super fast. And I have 3 shows coming up. So I was thinking I want a special edition so that I could attract attention. And so I thought, hey, I'm just going to try and put the acrylic and just see how it looks. It's totally awesome. Now, I do spray 1 coat of lacquer on top of this because what happens, not for the acrylic, even though it works fine for that, keep the scratches off that, I guess, but whenever you etch into the MDF, you're definitely going to want to cover that with something because MDF sucks up moisture, so you don't want that. Everything else, has cork on the bottom. It's perfect. And a lot of you are going to ask, what glue do I use? I just use a medium CA glue, big bottle, because I use it like crazy. And it's on there so solid. Trust me, it's not coming off. I don't use it at crazy amounts or it's leaking out the sides, but I put a good amount on there, stick it on there. It leaves me a few seconds for it to dry so I can move it around, make sure it's perfect. Put the other side in there. They're just amazing. So if you're wondering how to make the Yin Yang Kitties themselves, you can go back and watch that video. It is part of my best sellers file, but you could also just get the Corgis and Kitties for $3.80. Or I have a $10 pack that has just a ton of really amazing things. The Yin Yang Kitties, it has the bottle openers, it has the Lord's Prayer Cross, it has just a whole bunch of good stuff, keychains and whatnot, and a great leather wallet. But it does not have this wallet, the one that I use with the acrylic. You can watch the video for that. It's one of my newer things. So, yeah, support the channel, whatever. Just get them all. But, freaking brilliant. Now, I tried this once before, and I realized the acrylic one was the one that sold first. And I was surprised by that, because I thought just the solid wood ones would do better. They still do great, don't get me wrong. And for like the American flag and stuff, they sell super well. But for the mountains, even though the mountains are selling super great in every way that I do them, the acrylic ones catch a lot of attention, right? They get people to see them, and that's important. And that's why in the next video, I'm going to show you the yin yang kitties. But say, what if you wanted to make a serving platter with this design, right? Or I had it as a wall hanging before. There are many different ways that you can implement this design into larger pieces for the wall or for serving. And I think that's a great way not only for gifts and things like that, but just to get attention. And so having the acrylic, and you can go through the Diode laser catalog if you have a Diode laser. You got a CO2 laser, sky's the limit. I haven't tried doing this with a clear where you'd see through to the cork. That might be interesting. I don't know. We're going to just use your imagination. Try whatever. And also, if you just want to use wood, and I haven't tried this yet because I don't have them, Craft Closet does have, and let me see, look this up real quick. Craft Closet does have all these different kinds of wood boards that you could use if you don't want to use acrylic. Just make sure you get the MDF 3mm or 1/8 inch so that it matches height with the colorboard solids. And then you don't have to worry about acrylic at all. I just didn't have any. I mean, I can't wait because they have so many different kinds. Reflective board, metallic board, moon. I'm looking for, I really like the space looking one, but there could be some super cool patterns or something that would make cool kitties. You could have a leopard print kitty. All different kinds of things that I'm totally stoked to try now that I've figured this out. You could do the same with the bottle openers, just get the wood part. So let's say we wanted to use the leopard pattern, and we would go down single-sided 12x19 1/8 inch MDF. Yeah, this is what I would be looking for. $10, you could make, like 10 or 12 of these on a sheet. And when you think about that, you're going to spend, $6 on the colorboard solid. So they end up being really profitable. You could sell these for a little more. I sell just the bare normal ones for $5 a piece. And when you do the math, it's pretty profitable and fairly easy to do. And, you can either buy it separately or with the bestsellers pack is the bottle openers. Those are just so much fun. I mean, look at these. Everything just looks so amazing. And, you see the swirls and stuff. They all go together. And, I use the wood to make the mountains, or I could do it opposite and do a wood one and then use the mountain from the acrylic. Or like I said, you could do this with these colorboard expressions. There are just so many ways that you can use your imagination and just change the game here. And I really hope that you do that. And if you do, post a picture. I just saw somebody had posted a picture of a corgi, right? That comes with all those packs that I mentioned, as far as the corgis and kitties and the bestseller pack. This is not as easy. It is, this takes more time and effort because all of these are cut out separately and painted. It could take a while, but they're just super, super cute. I just made another batch. I feel like I'm baking cookies, right? But these cookies take, I do them all separately. It takes about a week for me because I do a whole bunch of them and then I paint them all separately, let them dry, blah, blah, blah. There are easier ways to do this. You could just etch this out, do an engrave. Fine, they do really well that way. I just enjoy this colorful version. And I actually put a couple of little white dots on the eyes. It does bring out that extra specialness. But brilliant job. Looks really good. So I really do appreciate when people post pictures of the stuff that they make. I want to hear how you do. Lots of people telling me how many of these Lord's Prayer crosses they've sold and yada, yada. So keep that coming. I really love it. The person who posted the acrylic Lord's Prayer cross, right? And then I ended up making one, just sitting right over there right now. Uh, I get inspired by what you do, and I hope you get inspired by what I'm doing. And every file you have, just go through your files and say, okay, how could I, add a colorboard solid or a acrylic or one of these whatever pattern things that they sell. There's so much that you can do, and all of these, just go through and just figure it out. And yeah, you can add leather as well. I do love working with leather. Downside is leather's expensive, and the better the leather, the more expensive it is, and that makes it harder to work with. The more you have to sell it for. It is tough to make a profit with leather, only because you're already working with something so expensive. You better be selling to people who are higher end. So I absolutely love making the wallets, making one more as we speak. But I don't really worry about that being my profit. I just enjoy doing it, and I sell them for a profit, but it isn't super high like these are or these are, right? So a lot of people, you ask me what kind of glue I use when I do the wood ones. I just use Titebond 2. It's funny, I always have all my glues just right within hand's reach. And I use one of these I got from the dollar store. And this is where I do all of my gluing and painting or whatever hand stuff. It just sits right here on a pegboard next to me, and I can grab it. I actually have all of my tools just right here. I guess I could show you guys a picture. But I just keep them all right here by my desk in my computer. And when I'm watching videos or whatever and learning, Clackshack or Ventari or somebody, I'm just watching their videos. Lately, it's Christmas time, so I am nonstop working. I don't really have a lot of time. I could put something on the background, but I'm making stuff all day long. And I'm super stoked that I made these, and I can't wait to bring them out to the show. I'm going to be doing some videos on craft shows and how to do them, and how, I've already done a few. You can go take a look at them, but I'll do an update because, hey, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 3 weeks. And I feel like I've only been in this area for a year, but now I've got the best 3 shows, and I'm going to tell you why and how, and, making the most amount of money you can for the least amount of work. And I think that makes a lot of sense. A lot of people going out to farmers markets every week or local shows, and it's just not worth it by the time you're done with it. But for those of you just making things for gifts, no brainer. This stuff is awesome. So that's all I wanted to say. I want to inspire you, and I want you to make stuff and show me, and I'll show you, and we all help each other. So I will see you in the next one. Love y'all.
With a spin, traveling in the world of my creation.